David said, so they lied about him being fully healthy, par for the course with his staff. He should just get the surgeries done and redshirt. This season is over anyways. Ooh, what do y'all think about that? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Wednesday. Hope all of you having a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, what in the world is going on in Gainesville? What in the world is going on with Billy Napier? But more importantly, what in the world is going on with DJ Lagway? Or, my bad, his new nickname, DJ Oogabadoogie Lagway. I can't believe I didn't call him by his new nickname first. My bad, DJ. But anyways, getting on track here. The main reason we're making this video is because apparently and allegedly, he's hurt? We're going to talk all about that in today's video. I'm in a good mood, so you know what? We're going to take a look at the comment section on some of the recent videos. Hey, why not? Maybe the first couple comments are good ones, football related. If not, that's in the comment section. All right, first one I see this from Jackboy9. Matt, I pray that your surgery goes well. Not having surgery anytime soon, or at least I don't plan on it. Cancer is a horrible thing. I also don't have cancer. You know what's crazy? Y'all don't think about it, because y'all are like, oh, ha, ha, it's all jokes and whatnot, part of the community. But there's new people coming to the channel every single day, and they're going to see stuff like this, and they're going to believe it. Right under that one, this is from Chip. Shout out to Chip. Matt, I met your hut. Why am I even reading off comments? Whatever, I will continue to read this. In line at the bank today, such a gentleman. Still can't believe you married an Auburn alumni. Okay, so now I'm marrying an Auburn alumni. He said when you showed him how to clap with no hands, he... Good one, buddy. Good one. You want to be funny? You want to play games, Chip? That's cool. How about this? That's a strike. 2 more in your band. We'll go one more comment, I guess. I don't even know how to look at the comment section. Hey, Matt B. White Marty. Happy late 70th birthday. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let's get into the video. 70th birthday. Like, what? You know, Matt, calm down. Calm down. Like I said, let's lock in. Starting to think people just enjoy pissing me off or getting under my skin. But like we say, it is what it is. Let's get into the Lagway news. I'm not going to give you the whole spielio-dealio on his backstory. Prestigious 5-star recruit. He was back up to Graham Mertz. Mertz gets hurt. He comes in, takes over the reins. And there was a ton of hype and expectations heading into this 2025 season. Like Matt B. Great called it, not to toot my own horn or anything, 2 to 3 years ago, Napier's not the guy. He's a chump. I'm sure he's a nice person and an individual, but as far as it goes for being a head coach in the Southeast, being a head coach at Florida, he's not the right fit. He'd do just fine at a non-Power 5 school, but not at Florida. It is a different beast. It's a different animal. This season's got off to a terrible start. For starters, you lose to USF. With all due respect. And here's why that loss was so devastating. If you looked at their schedule after it, you knew, and they still have a lot to go. It was a gauntlet. That was a must-win. That was one of the easiest games on their schedule, and you couldn't even win that one at home against inferior competition. You didn't even get outplayed. You also got outcoached. That's the sad part. And I remember people talking about it like it was yesterday. The only reason Napier didn't get fired last year is because everyone was clinging on to the hope, whoa, he's the guy who brought in the 5-star DJ Lagway. If you fire Napier, then Lagway's going to enter the transfer portal. So we at least got to give him 1 year with Lagway as a starting quarterback. I guess I got to understand that logic, but here's how I look at it. I don't care if you got Tom Brady back there. You got a guy like Billy Napier running the show, is not going to be good. If you've been keeping up with Gator football, you know this. Lagway is the only reason or one of the only reasons Napier got to return this year. If there were question marks around the quarterback position, he would have been canned, or at least I think he would have been. I don't know, maybe Strickland would have kept him around, but that's really besides the point. Point is, this report came out yesterday, or 2 days ago, my apologies. I've been following the situation very closely. This is an ongoing and developing story. I didn't report on it 2 days ago. Why, you may ask? Because I don't care to be the first to report on the news. I want to be the best. When I see some random post on Twitter, I don't want to jump the gun and go, okay, make a video. No, I want to see it unfold just a little bit if I'm unsure, and this is a situation I'm unsure about. But it's been about roughly 36 hours since the original report came out, and it's looking like there's some truth to it. I'll show it to you right here. This is what got the ball rolling. This is from Graham Hall on Twitter. Breaking. Florida quarterback DJ Lagway is back in a walking boot. Swamp 24/7 has learned. Now, if you're anything like myself, I'm going, wait, what? Why is he in a walking boot? I don't even remember him getting hurt. But I do remember him kind of I guess you'd say limping a little bit in a couple of games recently. Even saying limping might be stretching it. It was more so if I saw him catering towards one leg. I did see him slip a couple of times, but I still feel like at that point you're reaching. That's the only thing I could even think of. I'm like, okay, that's why he's in the boot. This is also very concerning because you see this keyword right here. He is back in a boot. This isn't his first time. DJ Lagway, he's been injury prone. What I find really interesting about this report, don't worry, I already read through it. I clicked on the link so you don't have to. Florida is calling this or labeling it as a quote-unquote undisclosed injury. I've seen this happen before, and this tells me it's either one or two things. Number one, it's not anything major. You don't even need a report about it. He's going to be fine in, we'll say, 4 to 5, maybe 6 days. Or, this is case number 2, the worst one. This is an injury that they feel like if they don't treat it now and they're proactive on it, it could lead to him missing potentially anywhere up to 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks. Let's take a look at this comment. This is under the post. One thing I noticed late in the game, his back foot, okay, so that's what I was talking about earlier, I'm not crazy, was slipping on his dropbacks. I didn't see that as an issue for any quarterbacks throughout the game. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but his plant foot slipped down from under him twice in the game that I saw, and it could have been more. But I'm not sure, to be honest. I've said it a few times in our threads. I don't think he should have started the season as a starter. His arm clearly wasn't ready. His throws have been way off on multiple throws, and he's just not the same guy. Why not go with the guy who got to put in work, even if he's younger? It may be in a different situation right now. David said, so they lied about him being fully healthy. Par for the course with his staff. He should just get the surgeries done and redshirt. This season is over anyways. What do y'all think about that? A smart coach saves Lagway, protects him, and has the perfect excuse if things go south starting the season without him. Instead, they warmed down and lost both the quarterback and the excuse. You are 10,000% correct. I didn't even think about that. That's what Napier should have done, because we're going to go back to this, what I talked about earlier. The only reason, or I keep saying only, the main reason Billy Napier got a pass from the fan base in Strickland is because they were like, all right, you got the prestigious 5-star DJ Lagway, so we're going to keep you. Well, if you would have let him redshirt this year and just rehab, that could have bought you another season, because even if you went 0-12 this year, you could say, but Strickland, the Florida fan base, wait, y'all got to give me another year because we got Lagway coming back, and if you fire me, then he's going to leave. Hindsight's 20/20, but the way it's looking right now, and it's easy to say since it's over with, that's what you should have done. You would have had the Lagway excuse in your back pocket till bare minimum the start of next season. You could have went 0-12 and kept using the Lagway excuse. You could have been up there getting obliterated in your final game going, yeah, well, we don't got our main and start quarterback back. Wait till next year. But since you rushed Lagway to come back, you can't even use it anymore. So, yeah, you're getting the boot. It's just a matter of when. We're going to talk about this in just a second. Don't worry. Everyone's bringing it up in the comment section. That redshirt news is about to hit like crack. Everybody's anticipating that DJ Lagway, he's going to redshirt and he's going to transfer. Let's take a look at this post. Lagway needs to shut it down, get healthy, and give himself a fresh start somewhere. All the talent in the world, but it's clear he's not 100% physically or mentally. I'm glad this person brought up the mental part. You can see what Lagway. I talked about in some of my videos. Look at him every single time there's a 3 and out or throws an interception. He drops his head, goes over to the sideline. He just doesn't look like the leader of the football team. It doesn't look like he's all there. I'm not going to say he looks depressed out there. I think that'd be going a little too far. But it doesn't look like he's having fun. And that's what's sad about it. And you may be saying, well, Matt, most quarterbacks, when they throw an interception, when they're running off the field, they drop their head. Yeah, they do, but not as much as Lagway does it. He has had his head down a lot. He's always struck me as a person who is the leader, not really in a talkative way, but he's going to lead by example. And I don't mind that. But here's what I do mind. If you're going to be the leader by example, you can't be dropping your head 24/7 and be beside yourself on the sidelines. You got to take into account his entire life ever since he was a kid playing football, 6, 7, 8 years old, or whenever he started. I don't know exact, but you get the point. He's been a winner. He probably has a record heading into Florida of like 200 in his career and maybe 10 or 15, 20, something like that, 91%. Every 5-star recruit that comes out of high school, all they have known their entire life is winning. So when you get put in a situation like this, especially when you're a star quarterback, you get all the blame and you're doing nothing but losing, it does take a toll on you, and it affects your mental health, which is a serious thing. As a former athlete myself, I've been there. You start to question your abilities. Am I even that good? And is the work even paying off? And you just go down this spiral. While I'm thinking about it, let's talk about the red shirt. Theoretically speaking, Lagway, if he is hurt and feels like it's not smart for him to come back, or he could just do it if he wanted to, He could shut it down this season, say, I'm going to take my red shirt and you regain a year eligibility and you can hit the portal. He can do that. That is a viable option. If you got to ask me, it'd be smart even if you didn't want to leave Florida because this year's a waste. You're not even going to make a bowl game. And what's really bad about it, and this is really getting into a different video for a different day, he's putting out bad tape. Everybody knows this. You don't want to put out bad tape. No tape is better than bad tape. Everybody's talking about, oh yeah, he's got potential to be an NFL quarterback. Well, right now, it ain't looking like it with this film you're putting out there, buddy. It's not looking good. If I was a friend of his, I'd tell him straight up, look, I know you want to play. You're a competitor. I get all that. But you have got to shut it down. Shut it down right now. At the end of the year, if you want to stay at Florida, that's cool. But I'd enter the portal and at least explore my options. We know Florida's going to suck this year, but mark my words. Like I've told y'all every season and every offseason, if Billy Napier returns next year, they're going to suck again. Nothing's going to change. Going back to the walking boot, though, I don't know how severe this injury is. Florida, they've downplayed every single injury Lagway's had him until this point. He had one in the offseason where he was in a boot. But here's what I do know. He's not 100%. Granted, most football players aren't. But two, I think it is affecting him a little bit. If I had to give you my best educated guess, I'd say he's probably going to play through it. Is it smart? No. But at the end of the day, he's going to do what he wants to do. It'd be different if Florida was sitting pretty at 4-0. They're about to make a run at the college football playoff. They're not. This season's a waste. So here's how I look at it. It's risk management 101. Why even risk it? You're risking an injury for nothing. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But